It's been a second since I've talked about movies, my physical media movies. In case you didn't know, I'm a physical media collector. I love collecting physical media. I think it's the greatest physical art form that we can have in our hands. So it's been a second since I've talked about the movies that I've gotten over a trip, and in this case, like you read on the title, I'm gonna be showing you the physical media movies that I got over my trip to Germany. A few days ago, me and my partner, we went to Germany. We went to Frankfurt, we went to Mannheim, and we also went to Berlin. 3 different cities, and we discovered a few physical media stores. Germany has a pretty cool, huge physical media distribution. Their main distributors are MediaMarkt, also Müller, and also, what was the name? Saturn. Saturn is another huge physical media store. So if you're around Germany, I would recommend if you can visit those 3 stores because they have physical media. But like you read in the title, I'm gonna be showing you the Blu-rays, and in fact I have the Blu-rays here right next to me. So we have a few copies that I would love to show you, and we can talk about them. Now the first Blu-ray that I got is Carrie the remake. Maybe here has better lighting. So yeah, Carrie the remake. I honestly enjoyed this movie. I think this movie worked. I mean, it's not that it works as a remake, but I enjoy it. It's one of the very first horror movies that I watched on my own or like with friends at cinemas after living my childhood, you know. Like this movie came out when I was on my early teens, and so yeah, I will always keep this movie on my heart, and I was just really happy to find this Blu-ray in Germany, especially because in the UK this Blu-ray is not available. The next movie that I got is a movie called The Loft. I don't know if you can see the poster, because if I take the Blu-ray in front of the camera, it's not gonna be that well focused because right now the camera is just focused on my face. But yeah, The Loft is starting actors such as Karl Urban, James Martin, Eric Stonert, and Matthias Schoenertz. These names are too complicated, but basically The Loft, I've always known about this movie, but I actually haven't been able to give it a go. But the synopsis is very intriguing, and Possessed by Horror here on YouTube, she has recommended this movie too many times, and I'm very excited to give it a go, especially because it just looks like something that I would really enjoy. The next movie that I got is a movie that I actually haven't seen yet, and it's Dark Skies. And this movie, again, Possessed by Horror here on YouTube, and some people over Instagram in the horror community, they have talked about this movie. So I'm very excited to own it finally on Blu-ray and give this movie a first time viewing on Blu-ray. I love that the movie is like a black case, and yeah, I'm pretty excited to give this movie a go. I'm so glad to own this movie on Blu-ray because, again, the UK, well, we don't have this movie on Blu-ray over here. That will be Freddy vs. Jason. Very happy to own this on Blu-ray. This movie is fun. It's one of my favorite, let's say, slashers of the 2000s. It's good, and I'm really happy to finally own it on Blu-ray. Love this movie, love Freddy, love Jason, and it's been always one of my favorites, and now I can watch it in a very good quality. The next 2 Blu-rays that I got, you won't believe it, but I found these 2 Blu-rays for €1 in Germany, in Berlin, in the capital, which is insane if you think about it. And I actually haven't seen them. The first movie is called Shadow. I don't know if you have heard about this movie or if you have seen this poster before, but the main reason why I got it is because it's 18 plus, and also because of the poster. The poster looks insane, and it's also because it's from the producers of Hostel and The Descent. Those 2 movies are very like horrifying and graphic and gory, and just the artwork looks amazing, and I'm just very excited. I'm very excited to give this movie a go for the first time, and I can't believe I found this for €1, and the quality of the Blu-ray is just so clean. The next one is a movie called In Their Skin. Now, I don't know if you have heard about this movie before. It's a home invasion, and I know about this movie because I'm currently working on watching so many home invasions because I want to do a ranking of my favorites. So this movie has always been on my watch list to see if I enjoy it, if I don't enjoy it, and what a better way to watch a movie for the first time than on Blu-ray. So I'm very excited to give this movie a go. Let's see see how In Their Skin goes. Next movie that I got in a beautiful place in Berlin, that it was like a library of 3 floors, and the first 2 floors were all about books, but the last floor was all about movies. So many Blu-rays, so many DVDs, still books, 4Ks, everything you wanna imagine. So I got a few movies from there. The first one will be Raw, and believe it or not, I've never watched this movie. I haven't watched this movie yet, but this movie has been on my watch list for a long time. So I'm very happy that my first watch is gonna be on Blu-ray. I'm very excited. I've heard people talking about beautiful stuff about this movie, and it's just like, I love the cover. I know it's about cannibals, something like that. I don't really remember, but I'm so excited to give this movie a first time watch on Blu-ray. Speaking of good movies, I'm so happy to finally own this movie, and that will be Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool, as we all know, came out in 2023, and I really liked the movie the first time that I watched it. I haven't rewatched it ever since, because it hasn't been available on streaming, or if it is, it's for a very high price. And yeah, I'm glad that I found this movie for a very good price in Germany, and I'm very excited to give this movie a rewatch because I barely remember what happened in the movie. So yeah, but all I remember is that I really enjoyed. I think it was very unique, so I'm glad to own this on Blu-ray. So happy to finally own my favorite horror release of the year so far, of 2025. That will be Companion. So glad, I'm so happy to own Companion now on Blu-ray, because believe it or not, this movie is not out in physical media in the UK yet, even though this movie did amazing numbers at the box office. UK's Instagram pages, like the producers of this movie, they keep talking about it, but it's not out. It's nowhere in the UK. So when I saw this in Germany, I was really happy. And yeah, I just loved the movie. I loved the cover. I loved that the disc is pink. Yes, yeah, I'm very happy to finally own this, and I can't wait to rewatch. The Retreat is a movie that came out in 2021, and I don't think many people have talked about it. This movie is very disturbing. This movie touches topics that really hit home in different ways. So if you haven't watched The Retreat, No Way Out, I would really recommend it. I think it was fantastic, and I was so happy to find this at Markt in Germany for just like €6. So really excited to give this movie a rewatch, especially because this movie takes place in summer. So what a better time to kick off summer than watching something disturbing. Silent Night, this movie, Christmas movie that came out in late 2020, I believe, or 2021. I really enjoyed this movie. This movie makes me cry. I don't know why, I don't know how, but I think it's because of the synopsis. I think this movie is very unique, pretty original, and I'm so glad to finally own it on physical media, especially on Blu-ray. So very happy, very pleased. Let me know if you have watched this movie, if you like it or if you don't. But yeah, very lucky to finally have this on my collection. At the same time, so glad to own Silent Hill, both movies, 1 and 2. I think that it's just 2 movies, but yeah, like 2 discs, 2 movies. Very pleased. And Silent Hill, one of my favorites of 2000s. I actually haven't seen the sequel, Silent Hill Revelation. So yeah, it's a collector's edition, Blu-ray. So pleased, so grateful, so thankful. And the last 2 movies that I got in Germany are 2 movies that came out last year. Both of them, they were pretty hated in the community, but I enjoyed them, I like them. So the first one would be Night Swim. Don't come for me, but I really like this movie. It's not that I love it, but I just appreciate it for what it did, and because it used, I don't know, I liked the movie, the way the movie used a swimming pool as a horror element. I think that was pretty unique. It's not the most loved, but I don't know, I really liked it, and I was very happy to find this in Germany for a very good price. And the other film will be Tarot. I love that it comes with a black case. I think that was very it adds personality to the Blu-ray. So very happy to own Tarot. And yeah, this movie is not that loved or not that appreciated, but I really enjoyed Tarot. So these are the 2 movies, the last 2 movies that I got over Germany. So yeah, this is the stack of the movies that I got in Germany. So grateful to have all of these movies in my collection. Now if you like this kind of videos, I would love to keep showing my collection, some Blu-rays, some 4Ks, some steelbooks, etc. So if you're into these kind of videos, let me know in the comment section below, and I can show with my collection, maybe by alphabetical order. That could be a series. But yeah, nonetheless, I really hope that you enjoyed this video if you're a physical media collector just like me, and if you're not, maybe this will make you be a physical media collector. But I really hope you have a nice enough day, have a nice enough the week. We will talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves.